Good morning, Mary and Mike here with you. A delayed start to the morning blend, but we're happy to see you on this Monday.
We've got about 12 minutes for a show. It's an extremely abbreviated show this morning, but this is a great way to start it off because for 7 years, Trans-Siberian Orchestra has rehearsed its tour in our area at the Mid-America Center.
And the group is back this year, preparing now for the Ghosts of Christmas Eve, and this is an all-new show.
Here he is, and tell us about it. Music director and guitarist Al Pitrelli. Good to see you, Al.
Good morning.
We've had about 45 minutes or so to catch up with you while the president was speaking. It's good catching up with you.
Well, I'm glad the president was talking. We got to catch up on everything.
We did.
Thanks so much for having me back again.
It's good to
see
you.
Have you.
Friend of ours, friend of Omaha. Describe the show coming up Wednesday night.
Well, we're going to perform a brand new show this Wednesday evening. It's called The Ghost of Christmas Eve. That's a film that we put together back in 1998, and it's almost a greatest hits combination from the first couple Christmas records. Our founder and my boss, Paul O'Neill, wrote this beautiful Frank Capra-esque tale about a runaway girl who kind of finds shelter in an old abandoned theater. And of course, in very Paul O'Neill TSO fashion, the shadows come to life and kind of just take her on this little journey that circuitously gets her back to her home where her parents are obviously missing her on Christmas Eve. So it's like a good old-fashioned John Wayne movie. You know, the good guy wins at the end of this one.
But we also expect these, terrific visuals, all of that, which it sounds like those are present this time around.
The production, again, you and I have been speaking for years about how every year I say the show got bigger and bigger, and I've never let anybody down. This year, it's so much more bigger and so much more dramatic because we actually incorporated the film into the production of the show. So we're not only talking about what's going on, but now it's the saying, you know, picture tells 1,000 words, and we have a lot of pictures.
The video, the light show, the pyrotechnics is just incredible.
Isn't it the coolest?
The music,
how does that all come together?
The music, yeah.
It takes us a couple months for our department heads on the crew to kind of, you know, put pencil to paper and then create it and have the staging and all the effects built. And since we spend about a month here in Omaha rehearsing every morning, you know, like 12, 14-hour days, just, you know, running through the drills, making sure it's better than it was last year. Between the pyro, the moving trusses, the film, the lasers, everything about it is just, you know, bigger, better.
It's a show.
Yeah, a new album, Al, and I'd be disappointed if we didn't touch on that while we had you here.
Well, we spent all year working on the new record called From The Labyrinth. It was released on Friday the 13th. From what I understand, it's doing really great. We're going to be performing 3 or 4 songs from that this Wednesday night, and we're real excited. Probably one of the hardest records we've ever recorded. Just the music is getting deeper and more intricate every time we record something, so I'm very, very proud of it.
You'll also do some of the familiar songs that people are used to hearing. What are some of the numbers you've selected for the show?
Well, obviously Christmas Eve 1224s, you know, that's the one that put us on the map. Wizards of Winter that everybody, you know, kind of put their Christmas lights up to.
Yes.
There's the Christmas Canon, there's the Mad Russian's Christmas. I mean, there's so many that people have embraced as part of their holiday tradition that we're going to try to accommodate everybody. And because the show is kind of a greatest hits show, I think everybody's going to hear their favorites, so it should be good.
I want to show our viewers how to get tickets because, as we've said, you're back. While we look at this information out, explain to us why Council Bluffs, why the Omaha area, that you've now started to do this year after year, that you open things up here.
Well, first and foremost, we love it here. We had a couple days off a bunch of years ago, and I was very unfamiliar with the area. And we just really enjoyed everything about the town, the restaurants, the shopping. I made some great friends. There's a great gym that I go to every morning. But logistically, it's the center of the country, whereas prior to that, we were kind of setting up camp in Lakeland, Florida, and we would paint ourselves into that portion of the country where from Lakeland, we'd have to go to Orlando, to Jacksonville, and work our way, you know, northwest. Here, we can go anywhere we want from here. So we try to change the routing of the tour up every year. You know, we don't want to be in Denver every, I don't know, let's say November 20th. We want to move it to the back of the tour. So it gives a little more opportunity to change things.
The Mid-America Center, Wednesday night, one show only, and then you guys are out of here. Al, great catching up with you again.
So nice to see you guys.
Al.
Good to see you, buddy.
All the best.
Safe travels. Guest of the morning.